Okay, now my computer's just really fucking around. I don't know what it's doing. Oh, okay. Maybe it's working now. Hell yeah.
Certainly very appropriate for us to be in hell.
Damn, we really had a chance to beat Vale, and then I just kind of fucked it up. I feel like. Not that I don't have faith in you guys, but we're definitely gonna win.
I mean, like, no offense, I don't think we really needed you anyway, so...
Whatever. See me dropping like fucking 80 damage around against what's-her-face?
Yeah, that's cute. But yeah, we don't need any fairies on the team, so you know.
Fair enough.
I think that's something we can do with that, so you know, don't worry about it. Hey man, I'm ready to turn on anyone anytime. Everyone else is corrupted, I'm fine. Everyone else is wrong.
The sad thing is that there are actually people who exist like that. But my computer is still trying to turn on, and it's been doing this for over half an hour. It went from like uploading, and it went from 0 to 100%, and then it updated again from 0 to 100%, and now it's at 0% of cleaning up, but it's been on 0% of cleaning up for about 4 or 5 minutes now. So I'm on my cell phone, and will be for the foreseeable future. But all of my stuff is not on the computer. I have all my dice and my character sheet, everything. Yes, and I honestly just like rolling physical dice. When it's like rolling a shit ton at once, it's really nice to have like the automatic ones, but I missed the novelty.
I'm ready to go my spell sheet again. I feel like I can't remember
I just want to share with you all that I rediscovered right now that a couple of days ago I was pretty crossfaded, and apparently I wrote a poem about the moon that I completely forgot about.
Oh yeah.
It was on, I think that was not the night of the eclipse, because I couldn't see the eclipse because it was too foggy. That's really funny. I don't remember doing that.
Maybe makes people do weird things like write poetry about it.
It's true. Drugs and alcohol also make people do weird things, including writing poetry about it.
But you see, it's the moon that gives us all that drugs and alcohol.
It's true.
Yeast is from the moon.
Cleaning up is now 100% complete. We're getting close.
Yeast that makes everything alcoholic.
I'm here, I'm just eating.
This moon rays that makes our bloody grape juice with the wine. What are you eating there is the real question.
That sounds delicious.
I feel like not something that's elegant to eat on screen. Oh, just hold this onto my bow.
Devilishly.
I love the delay. I mean, I feel like Tivik'ka's just going to be pretty quiet and keep to themselves. Like they don't want to, you know, raise any suspicions, I suppose. So they're just going to have their little talisman just in their hands, just in, I guess, silent meditation.
Yeah, during the time, has Eris has Eris noticed Tivica kind of give off any sort of like subtle cues of like maybe how they're taking all of this, just to kind of like catch a vibe off of them?
I mean, yeah, I think you would have been around them long enough that even though I feel like they're pretty like subdued in a lot of like their outward expression, you could probably tell that they're a little bit shit scared right now. Like the fact that they're being taken in for questioning, but you know, very much trying to hide that behind like a very, you know, calm meditation.
Mm-hmm. And I know Melina is just hard to read in general, so I don't even know if Eris is going to try to read Melina. Um, okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Eris doesn't really have any agenda right now. She's just trying to like observe and like basically just kind of get a look at the battlefield metaphorically, you know, just kind of like seeing where the pieces are lying, trying to gather information from the subtle like little things and um trying to get a better read of what's going on, even though she has a theory, but just looking for those subtle cues between not only her allies but the guards and everything. But otherwise she's not going to stir the pot, there's no reason to. So
Why don't you have to answer any questions? What did you say? Seems like you got out scot-free. Miraculous how that would happen.
What is this bitch's vibe, man? I hate her. No. Well, 15. I'm sorry, I was like looking at the number I rolled, then I had to check my modifier, and then I had to do math. I'm sorry. That was my roll. Meh.
We did our assignment. Then I think you should be up there with us. Mm-hmm.
I believe that provided the truth is heard out, we should all be fine. Give a very pointed look at Eris, like, stop this.
She'll stop this, but she doesn't break her look at her. She means the word she says. She does not like this person.
Yes, and I believe that we all wish for all that mystery to be dispelled, and we are thankful for you coming to speak with us. And Tivik'ka will just give a nod. Eris, I understand any passions, but I think it is best to keep the venom off your tongue.
What do you think is actually going to happen? Because in my mind, they let us be fucked. We tried to do everything to the best of our ability. We fought against every temptation, and yet here we are. I don't know what you think is going to be an outcome, but I think the best opportunity is letting them let us basically give ourselves a life sentence ourselves to go finish the job. But these are not our allies.
When we were given this assignment, we were told that there was suspected devil activity in the area. I believe that those that are outside of what Bale has planted don't have knowledge of what is happening in the south. And so how are they to draw the same conclusions that we have to understand truly what we have seen if they do not know that Bale is truly down there?
The fallen let us know that there are corrupt members of the people who will be judging us today, who are already under Baal's control.
And there are
He
still
just
those that are
needed
not
one more
corrupt.
exarch to do so. They do not have our interest in mind at all. And I fear us saying too much of the truth will still bring us into ruin.
We say a careful truth. The truth that needs to be heard. The truth that will allow them to understand. And yes, there are those that are corrupted, but there are those that are still in Azrio's light. If we trust them and have faith, then I'm sure that all of this can be dealt with as it should be. But none of that is going to happen if we walk in there and proclaim ourselves already to be enemies. They are not our enemies. Baal is, the corrupted ones are. But there are still those that we can trust.
We just don't know who. And I think that's dangerous.
It's all dangerous, but we need to trust someone. We're lost without any trust.
Find me someone, give me a signal, and I'll help you. I promise I will do my best to help you. Feel free to read the room. But I really think our best bet is to let us fight Baal. And honestly, hope we don't make it back. But I'll follow your lead.
Understood. I'll try and do as best as I can.
She will take a deep breath and approach the woman with her child. And she will kind of just kind of try and grab her attention, with maybe a wave and say, "Ma'am, could I just one moment, please?" I have. And she will look down to the boy and back up to the mother. He is a very brave man. I know you know that. You don't need me to tell you. But he is a true hero. The things he helped us do, I know it seems maybe right now that those choices were wrong, but it's not that they were wrong, it's that they were the hard, necessary choices. And then she will kneel down to the boy and kind of grab his shoulder. He is not gone. He is in the arms of Azrael. And he still lives in you. And he never stopped talking about you. You both, looking up to his wife, were his pride and joy and the reason he lived. And then she'll pull out the bow and hand it to his son. Whenever you feel lonely or scared, use this to protect yourself. It is your father's, and he knows you will use it well to fight for good, as he always did, wherever good seemed to find him. Sometimes in the places you don't always expect it. She'll stand up as she's, seeing her start to get a little bit more, and she'll try to take her arms. He's gone. I know. I've seen him. He's masterful. But he's at rest now. And she will kind of, to both of them, kneeling to them. Please remember, no matter what you hear regarding all of this, he's a hero. He is. She'll kind of wipe one of his tears away. He wants a better world for you. And I'll keep fighting for that as well. She'll give him like a quick grip on his hand and then head back.
doesn't. I just want my family to be safe. I was created to kill. I'm ready doing. Mm-hmm. Sweet. Hell yeah. Um, he's gonna summon his echo to like kind of sitting crisscross on the ground with his like wings spread out. He'll just kind of, you know, the scene in book 3 of Avatar when Aang is summoning all of the Avatar spirits like in a row. I just imagine it like that, like it kind of just shifts out of him. Excuse me. And he's just going to like look at himself and like sit there for a while. And then I imagine he kind of starts to like cry a little bit, but then the cry starts to like morph into like a really wicked like laugh. And then it's just like he and his echo kind of cackling together, um, staring at each other. And that's it. Yeah.
We had evidently seen that Ambrose had become a man that he perhaps was not before. We've laid witness to the cities and towns that he had burned to the ground, all in the name of, well, he believes in the name of Azrael, but we clearly learned was in the name of Baal. And when we finally were able to see Ambrose ourselves, what we saw was a man that has been so far removed from reality and so entrenched in the madness of his mind. I believe that his path has long strayed from Azrael, and as such, all he brought the South was destruction and further straying from the true light. I believe that to be the case. I believe that he was not perhaps willingly serving Baal, but he was nevertheless doing his work. Forgive me, but I cannot give an exact timeline. But I would suggest that it has been something that was happening long before we had arrived. As I said, I do not know exact timelines. I cannot say for certain or with any confidence that his corruption was brought here into the chamber as well. However, I believe suspicions were at least around before we were sent on our mission.
We don't want to speak firmly of when that corruption did come to be with him, as we did not know him before we met him in his corrupt state. And I'm sure for all of you, it would have even been shocking what it had become. From what I knew of him, and to my knowledge, Tivik'ka had a similar knowledge of him, this was not the person we had looked up to remotely. As when we got there, he had just finished doing destruction upon the very first city we were in. Every place we saw had been destroyed by his hand.
Well, I believe that there's a hesitation from you all. We all had the same hesitation when we first, came to her as well. For history of the shepherd and turning from Azria, it is disturbing naturally. But, if I may, I have become accustomed to the look and the shape of divine magics, to the degree that I believe I can recognize their power. And it is that same power that I've seen in Melina. Of course, she claims that it is a blessing of Paylor, but I think we all know that that is simply an aspect of the white flame that those not wholly in his light cling to. And if I may be so bold, I believe there is a merit in worshipping these aspects as a step towards his light, especially for one that has been in dark for so long. And that, for most of us mortals, we will forever fail to match Azria's true glory. It's why we must ride ourselves in prayer and ceremony and meditation, but I believe that there is still some light within Melina, that she is still being of service against this devil, and thus in service of all of us, of all of Machavia. And for that is why we have needed her as an ally in the state that we've been in. Yes.
I don't know if the witnesses explained the strange occurrences that took place before that event. A sick corruption came over everyone. I thought it must be that they were getting all stirred up and basically being
eaten from the inside out by the fallen. And I thought, due to the fact that me and my allies could not calm them down, that they would listen to the thing that would be causing them the, turmoil inside. It was my attempt to try and calm it without violence. And I understand how that looks, and I understand that violence took place, though I didn't want it. When you're in those moments, and I think we can all agree on this, you just do the next thing that you think would be the best solution. It was horrible seeing these people we had just gathered trying to defend their home. And then suddenly these people, allies for a long time, just start attacking each other viciously for no reason. Just this horrible, unsettling, I don't know other words besides corruption. And it was a nightmare. I don't know if you all will deem that a worthy enough reason. I don't even know if it was a worthy enough reason. I just didn't know what else to do. We just wanted to do the next right thing. And it's, trust me, a lot easier to look on the outside looking in and saying what you would have done versus being there in the moment. But I full-heartedly follow Azrio and always will, even if my last breath is today, or 10 years from now, or 50 years from now, or 100 years from now. I don't care how long or short my life is. Azrio is my god. Always.
Hey, Mark, I'm sorry, before you go, Ryan messaged me and said you're not coming through on the stream very well.
We don't need a DM. We got this.
Yeah, I guess that just means we win by default, so...
Yeah.
Woo! Okay, guys!
Got that
Really
going. Okay, I should be coming through a lot more clearly now. I diagnosed the problem, and there was clearly a thing. Okay. Hopefully that helps. Alright. Thank you. So, 2 more questions. Where is Ambrose now?
We were able to capture him, and we had held him imprisoned so that he may be returned here to the north, and so that it is the rightful justice that he comes to, a judgment I imagine by all of you. But unfortunately there were complications that denied this path, and that direct interference of Baal meant that Ambrose is no longer with us.
Then where is his body?
As far as we are concerned, his body should still be in Theoalder. However, I imagine with the time that has passed, it may have since been moved.
Final question. If this really is all at the hands of Bale, what now?
Forgive me for asking for too much, but where we were before being brought here was in combat with the Fallen, one of Bale's course right hands. And apparently when we had left that combat, we had also lost more time than had truly passed for us. But our own plans were to continue to move further up the ladder and attempt to confront Bale himself. At the time, we believed that this would need to just be done as, well, the few of us that were. However, I would ask for any aid that perhaps could be lended by the Empire in a force that would be truly enough to form a defense and to protect Machavia from him and his influence.
High Exarch Calamine. May you briefly recount your story? Yes. We were sent to find remnants of the shepherd in the region. We found a few. We found that they had already raided many villages. Some of them began to infiltrate our ranks, corrupt our own people. Ambrose was gripped with guilt, couldn't bring himself to see the treachery that lay in the room before him. And so he continued to lead. I wanted nothing but to purify and to return home. But he clung to his group, so much that they became a cult. A few died throughout the woods as I was trying to get away from Ambrose, knowing that I needed aid from the Empire for what was beginning to happen. It was clear that the few that had died to radiance, not by normal bloodshed. And that led us to the whereabouts of Lady Melina. When we arrived, we found a desecrated sanctuary, A room full of people that trusted the cruel witch. All slaughtered. Eventually we heard of what occurred in Theowaldo. It was here. I presume Ambrose died, but I cannot be sure. That is until I returned. And through the divine will of the Emperor, we saw that his soul did lay at rest, no longer on our plane. I was unaware of any presence of devils. My mission was to hunt followers of the Shepherd. In fact, I heard no word of devilish activity until those three arrived. Now here they sit with Lady Melina herself, the woman who I consider to have been our prime target. An embodiment of the wretchedness that the Shepherd stood for. All it takes is one glance upon her deceased flesh to know that the light of Azrio is not within her. That is what I saw. And that is what I hold.
Can Eris raise her hand?
Yes, you can.
She's raising her hand.
Excuse me, miss.
So,
I have a question, miss.
the exarch that's kind of been leading this turns from Calamine. Help me add this up.
Well, I do have something to add to the equation.
As we standing to each other, can I just, like, fucking step on Eris, like, shut the fuck up?
Well, Eris will say ouch and then keep going.
You also would not be. This is a very large space.
Okay.
Sorry, give me 1 second. What was the name of the person who gave us our mission? I keep forgetting.
Xena.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Xena Starukia. She'll be the third from the top on the NPC list.
Okay, Xena. I would just like to remind everyone. Calamine claims he knew nothing or heard nothing of devilish activity. And Xena, to my knowledge, has already given her testimony. She sent us because of devilish activity. I would just like to reinstate the only reason we went there was to seek out and stop devil activity. We would have never been there if it wasn't a mission given to us. I'm not saying it was Xena. I'm not saying it was him. I'm just saying it was happening. And if her testimony is correct under everyone's knowledge, which it is, we don't want to start mixing things up here and forgetting the timeline. That's all I want to say.
Go ahead and roll persuasion on that.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
Better roll well, go.
It is... What's a 13 plus 8?
21.
21!
Dirty 21.
Always
Unnatural
dirty.
21. Yeah, 21 is always dirty. So, Calamine stiffens for a second. Some of the other exarchs mumble a little bit. And eventually, Calamine says, I stand by my word. I was not here when that mission was assigned. Perhaps someone else can clear this up. And he looks directly to one Exarch in particular, a quite elderly woman sitting across from him, the other end of the chamber. Yes. I believe there is some explanation I could offer. But you see another Exarch. So no, hold on. There is something strange about that, is there not? Would that imply that misinformation began in the north of the kingdom? You're speaking nonsense. You're trusting their word. What is there to be trusted? One that claims to be the fallen, works with an infidel, and they start arguing back and forth a little bit. And you can hear some of the exarchs truly taking your idea, wondering if somewhere along the way, they obviously are far from the complete truth, but if somewhere along the way information got messed up. And the others of them seem very quick to shut that down and continue to point out why there's no reason to trust the three of you. After this happens for around 60 seconds or so, it becomes painfully clear to you that 3 are arguing on your behalf, and 5 are not. But eventually, you hear Xena take a step forward behind you. And she raises a hand. And eventually, her garnering much more respect than the 3 of you in this moment, the exarchs all quiet down and turn to her. The mission that was given to me to give to the 3 was to investigate any rumor of devilish activity and see if Ambrose had any part. So I believe the point is very clear. If I received this information, it must have been within the Exarch circle. Therefore, Ambrose had a chance to know about it. If he knew about it, Calamine should have. And Calamine sort of... It's just as I and the traders have said, he had lost his way. So perhaps he hadn't have told me. Perhaps. But if I received false information, would it not be worth investigating? And there's another murmur among all of them. And it starts getting louder and stronger, more and more clear now that there are some in this circle who just don't want an investigation to happen, no matter what the truth is. And as it kind of reaches a boiling point, there is a loud of the Emperor's scepter. The whole room gets quiet. Everyone bows their heads. And you hear a loud voice echoing from hundreds of feet away, amplified as if you're in an opera house. Rise and face me. And he will step forward a little bit, and as all of you do, I will share the art of the man you all see before you. A man of much grandeur who, now that you're seeing him in person, seems remarkably human. Simple, even. This is Emperor Kirazak III. For all my 34 years, I have trusted this circle. Not once has there been any doubt, any reason for miscommunication between us, the coadjutors, and the Sixth Ascended? I wish to call all 8 of you into question before this investigation goes any further. And you hear more murmurs, some of them shouting out in protest even, as much of a crime as that clearly is, despite their status, despite being second in command. And you hear Calamine in particular yell out to him, "This is exactly what we don't need. This infighting. This is what I was sent to stop. This weakens the Empire. This is why we lost at Tarkir. If you ever want to expand, we have to stick together." And the Emperor, you see Kirazak's eyes widen. You're right. You're right. Oh, by Azrael. Of course, Baal, King of Greed, is here. You all talking me into conquest and war for decades, convincing me that it was the will. Our ancestors conquered this land in retaliation against the demon wastes. And now the very fiendish brothers of those demons we fought infiltrate our minds. All of you. Me. I meditate every night on the flame. I ask what he wants of me. I ask if I am ever doing enough, ever taking enough, ever sacrificing enough. And now I finally see. This whole empire has been out of touch. Because we have convinced ourselves that we are acting in the name of something righteous. Oh, how righteous greed can feel. How righteous. And you see the Emperor get to his knees, and he raises his hands up to the ceiling. Even if it means my soul, I call for the burning judgment of Azrael. And there is a lot of shock in the room as he says that. Tivik'ka, you being a little more theocratic among the party, you would be the one that knows what this is. Burning judgment is a very rare power of the Emperor, in which, if he believes that their own judgment, either the Emperor or all the exarchs, has been deceived, they prey upon Azrael to enter the room and immediately smite down anyone that is in the way of his divine word. And so now the Emperor is on his knees, praying out, knowing that he and some, maybe all, of the Exarchs may go down with him for what he finally now recognizes as the sin of greed. And you all realize now perhaps how lucky you were, or perhaps how much what you're doing really is the will of Azrael. That the Emperor, on this day, in this room, was already on the precipice of coming to a realization like this. So that just a simple statement of your case could push him to that realization. Within seconds, it happens. There's really nothing anyone can do to stop it. There's blinding, radiant light that enters the entire chamber. You hear Calamine screaming out, "No, no, this is false! This is blasphemy! There's no..." And he immediately catches into a pillar of white flame. And then another. And then another. And then another. And then another, and another, and another, and another. It may have only been 5 sent by Baal, but all 8 of the High Exarchs are in a pillar of radiant flame. And that pillar extends to the Emperor, and you hear the voice of what you can only assume to be Azrael himself echoing through him. 5 to betrayal. 3 to their blindness. All to greed. Know my will now. This kingdom rots from within. I will make martyrs out of those able to see it. So long has my name been used for conquest, genocide, and greed. Know that the darkness gathers in one, but the light resides in fragments within all. And a portal starts to rip open in the ground. The 3 of you, take that fragment. Do my will. You have exposed the corruption. Whatever comes of this, I will live on. There will be those that follow my will, but your empire may enter a new era. The corruption has been exposed, and for doing so, you will be favored greatly. Now go. Finish my will. And finally, the Emperor just bursts. All 8 of them scatter into ash. And the ash begins to rise and swirl around the open portal that leads directly to the 3rd layer of hell. And this entire chamber room begins to change, glowing red, and Baal and Calloway step out. So, You've done better than I thought you would. If you kill me now, there is still no hope of saving your empire. But I await your attempt. And with that, we are going to roll initiative.
Oh my god.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Tivik'ka didn't even want me to raise my hand. You're fucking welcome. So...
All right.
Oh my god!
So,
Are we level 12 or level 13?
you are level 13.
I don't think my shit's saved.
Okay.
Oh no.
That's
Nice.
all right. Okay. Let's get that pulled up.
I know I just need to roll my hit dice. But otherwise I know my let me just
All right. Highlight everybody.
the D8.
Start combat. Okay.
Nice. Oh, that was a good roll.
All right.
Oh, I don't...
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. So let me just bookkeep real quick. Roll some initiatives here. Okay. So that'll be a 12 for Bale.
Why does my initiative always suck? I got a 14.
Better than Bale.
It's better than Bale. And Melina. Right, and then, so 14 for you, Eris. Or, whoops, wrong thing. Click the wrong thing. Ignore that. Okay. Callaway for you.
24.
24. Nice.
Oh, boy.
And Tivik'ka for you.
16.
Okay. 16. Looks like we don't have any same numbers. No tiebreakers there. Alright, so the order is Corrupted Callaway, Tivik'ka, Eris, Bale the Bronze General, and Lady Melina. Got our big hitters going at the bottom of the round.
Oh my god.
Alright, and I will say for clarity right now, as Bale's portal begins to overtake this area, he does have forces. So that will be a component of this. I'm not going to throw an entire fucking army at you, because that'd be bullshit, but there will be forces that are able to emerge. Also, Bale has 3 legendary actions around, so just know at the end of rounds that can be a thing that starts happening. And, last but not least, Bale also now is not in his negotiation form. He is in his battle form. So I will now share with you the combat art of Bale.
Hell yeah.
Did no one take my suggestions earlier? I think I offered no like at least 3 times.
All right.
Unheard.
So, here we are in this map. That is where the pillar opened. That crevice you see, that is now a straight shot to hell. So, keep that in mind. Yeah, this...
the big... Oh, okay.
Yeah. That whole chasm, that leads right to the 3rd layer of hell.
And go down there is what I'm hearing.
It looks like, from your perspective, it looks like just a pool of lava with no other land in sight besides these jagged rocks.
But if we don't want to deal, we can just off ourselves. Gotcha.
Right. And then there's all these bones around that have risen along with the ash as the portal opened and scattered all around. These pillars are 15 feet high, and remember that climbing doubles your movement unless you have a special ability or feat that says otherwise, or it counts as difficult terrain, I mean. So it will basically take 30 feet of movement to climb to the top of a pillar. And then these chains that go across and intersect right there, those can just act as normal bridges to get across from one end to the other once you're on top of the pillars. But I will say now, if you start fighting on the chains, when you are standing on a chain and get hit, after we roll your damage, you will need to roll a dexterity saving throw to not fall off. So, with all of those conditions outlined, let us decide the fate of Machavia, my dudes. Begin combat, round 1, corrupt Calloway with wings.
I have a question.
Yes.
Do I count as a surprise threat in this first round of combat? Or, like, I'm a rogue assassin, and
right.
I've just not ever been able to, like, use my assassin bullshit.
Right. I mean, I think so. I think, especially since you three literally didn't know that Calloway had signed in blood, we can imagine that initiative begins with Bale saying the cool shit he said, and then you literally flying up and starting combat.
Okay, then before you tell me that that's okay, let me read to you exactly what my assassinate ability does, just so
Sure.
that, like, we're on the same page.
Yeah.
I have advantage rolls against any creature that hasn't taken a turn yet in combat, and if I hit a creature that is surprised, it counts as a crit.
Well, I don't know about surprise because I saw Bale, but absolutely the first thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I think that's referring to the surprise condition.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean, and I was reading about the surprise condition, and it was like, something, I don't know, surprise threat, or I don't know. Like, and that was as written, but, like, I just wanted to ask, because I was going to action surge and try to crit both of them on my first turn, but, like...
Fucking brutal.
You know, if I can't do it, I can't do it.
I think...
that's okay.
I think that, yeah, the second thing I'll say no, since they totally knew combat was going to happen, but the first thing, absolutely.
Okay.
So you can have initiative on any of the three of them. Or advantage, I mean.
So I imagine that you can see Calloway stepping forward, and his wings kind of unfurl out, and he just kind of like gracefully lifts off of his feet and is kind of just hovering. And he's gonna fly up into the air and like over to this range-ish. Actually, I'm gonna go on fly above this molten fire hell portal.
Okay.
And like as he is flying, you can see the shadow on the ground from him. Actually, I don't know if that makes any sense, like with logic of light and everything, but I'm just gonna say that's what it is.
Yeah, that's fine.
And the shadow like morphs out of the ground, and his echo will appear and like fly from that, and is going to. Oh no, that's measuring. Okay, and I'm gonna put the echo right to the diagonal left of Tivik'ka. Yep.
Okay.
And he's going to draw an arrow and wait until Tivik'ka makes eye contact with him, and he'll just kind of like cock his head and let the arrow go and just not say anything, and make that first attack, kind of shooting down the guy.
Okay.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay, it like all of a sudden got dark in my apartment.
Oh my.
Hell that's because you're in hell.
Well, that was a... Let me make sure. That was a 18 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. Plus 17 plus 7 is 21? No, 24?
24, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, about it individually anyways.
So 24 on that first arrow. And then he will go ahead and take a second one, this one at Lady Melina.
Okay.
And that is a natural 20. Too bad that wasn't on my sneak attack roll, but whatever.
Yeah, well, still.
So that would be 8 plus 7 is 25. No, that's not how that works. 15?
It's 15. Yeah, it's 15.
Plus another 7 is
22.
22.
Yeah.
Is that how that works?
Yep.
Okay.
That is how that works. Okay.
And then, because I've never done this and I realized there's something I can do, oh yes, I get a free attack from the position of the Echo as a melee attack.
Yes.
So the Echo kind of hovering with the wings will draw the sword and just kind of reaching very, very far up, very dramatically, will slash down across like the shoulder area of Tivik'ka. And that is a big number. 17 plus a lot.
Yeah, it definitely hits, don't worry.
So that is not nearly as much damage. That's 8 points.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Anything else for you?
Nope.
Okay. All right then. Brings us to Tivik'ka.
Okay, I imagine, they've locked eyes, and then all these attacks happened, and Tivik'ka is just going to just very slowly return the gaze back up to Calloway, and just say out to him, I'm glad your son isn't here to see you here. And then, just with their action, they're gonna activate their investiture of flame. And so, just a sphere of flame just basically erupts out of them. And then, immediately, as part of that, since your Echo is a creature that is within 5 feet of me, you'll take 5 fire damage.
The
Which
Echo does, or I do?
The Echo.
Okay, well it dies automatic.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Boom.
And they're just gonna stay in that little sphere of flame.
All right.
But that's it. Oh, actually, wait. I will also, just cause may as well, I'll heal myself up a little bit.
Okay.
With my little healing back. That's 7 healing back to me. That is all. Oh, no. That is me.
Okay. All right. So at the end of Tivik'ka's turn, Bale is going to take 1 legendary action and use his teleport ability. So you'll see him just flicker and just and appear in a sudden burst of flame right there. And he is just standing, cape in the wind, mace at his grip, mane blowing as majestically as it is evilly. And Eris, it is now your turn.
So he's just gonna teleport.
Yeah, it's just legendary action, so he did it.
Okay. So it's a bonus. It's a bonus action to drink a potion.
Yes, bonus action to drink yourself, action to administer to someone else.
Okay. Eris is gonna take her haste potion. Now, what does haste do again? I know it's good, but I don't remember.
If somebody wants to just look up haste and copy and paste the text.
I guess I can real quick.
From what I remember, you get 2 actions, you have double movement, and you have advantage on your dex saves.
Yeah, pretty much.
I just Googled haste and it just gave me a definition.
Am I just saying?
Yeah, you gotta write
That's
5E.
on the back. Yep.
D&D 5. I was like, this is unhelpful.
The amount of times I
cool.
do that.
Okay, +2 to my AC. Very good.
Oh yeah, that too.
Okay, so yeah, I can still copy in the text. Copy. Paste. Fucking. Come on, there we go. So +2 bonus to AC, advantage on, like you said. So I get 2 actions though.
You get
E.
an extra haste action that has a couple of stipulations.
So I can attack, dash, disengage, hide, or use an object.
Yeah.
Okay.
The main thing is when you use your haste action to attack, you only get 1 attack. So,
Oh, I see. Okay.
yeah.
Gotcha.
You also can't use it to dodge, because that would be broken.
Yeah. Was pretty broken. Okay, cool. Now I'm trying to decide. Okay, so if I were to, and I have extra movement, what would be the least bad idea? So if I were to come to this spot at the edge, because Callaway is flying, how far would that distance be? Like, would he even be in reach, or would it be, like, too dangerous?
I would assume he wouldn't be in reach, hovering over. I mean, how much does your polearm have? 10 feet or 5 feet?
I think it technically has 10, but I have not been using it.
I think
don't-
halberds. You have a halberd, right?
Yeah.
I think so. I think they'll reach.
Yeah, it's a reach weapon.
No. I mean, if you got right on the lip of the portal...
Yeah, it's too much. It's too stressful. Okay.
I mean, I'll let you know right now. You get up to that ledge, I'm gonna try to pull you down to hell.
I know. You know what? Because I know how Cameron plays, I just don't... Damn it. I'm gonna help out Melina first. Okay, I'm gonna go over here and flank Bale.
Okay.
And I'm going to... This time I'm gonna use all 3 attack. Yeah, I'll just do 3 attacks. Or 2 attack actions, 3 hits. There.
Yeah.
I guess that's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's an unnatural 20.
Alright. That is a hit.
Thank God.
Yeah. This would not be fun if his AC was like 28.
27 to hit? Does that one hit?
Yeah.
And then a 25.
Okay, 3 hits on Bale.
Okay. D10. I think this is, yeah, okay. So the first one is, oh, I forgot I got plus damage. 12 damage. Second one is 11 damage. And the third one, oh, I'll count it, 8 damage.
Okay. So we had 12, 8, and what'd you say first?
1 more than 12, 13. I'm sorry, I was a 5.
1 more than 12. Okay. Alright, cool. Alright.
Yeah, and that was my bonus action and everything I could do, I think. So that is me turn.
Okay. End of your turn, Bale will spend his remaining 2 legendary actions to make a simple attack. Yep, so he will attack once with his hellish morning star, and he'll do it on Eris, just since you most recently hit him. He'll just kind of spin around and swing strongly in a diagonal upward. So your AC right now at 21.
Hell yeah.
That was a 24.
Unfortunate.
Yeah. So that's a hit. And we got... Okay, we've got 19 piercing damage.
Okay.
From the spikes on the mace. And then, about a second after... I was pretty low on that, but okay. About a second after he moves the mace out of the way and the wounds start to sting a little bit, you feel that it's not just bleeding. There's a sort of life-sucking energy in there as well, as you take an additional 9 necrotic damage.
Okay.
Alright. And now he's out of legendary actions until the top of the round, and it's his turn now, so now he's going to do his turn. So for his turn, instead of doing his attacks, he is going to go ahead and use one of his at-will spells. So he is going to make a spell attack.
Counterspell.
Okay. This will be at 8th level.
Oh,
So-
shit.
So what level is yours?
Well, it's a thing for it. The DC would be, so if it's an 8th level, the DC would be an 18, I guess. Which I think I need to roll. Using my ability modifier, okay, easy.
Okay.
So I just need to get an 18, and then it should dispel, hopefully. I've got a plus 10, so the odds are in my favor.
Yeah.
Wait, no, it's just my modifier, never mind. I need to roll 13. Okay. I'm scared.
Alright.
That was a 5, so that does not do anything.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I failed you.
Alright.
Goddamn. Oh no, a level 8 spell.
So now...
That hurts. That fucking hurts.
Yeah, so, okay. So that was a 27 to hit with it, so that's happening. Okay.
Who's that at? Melina?
He's gonna do it at you.
Damn.
Yeah, he just... He's just picking you off, if he can. He is a tactical man, after all. So that is 16, 20, 26, 32, 35, 42, 48, 49, 53, and 61 necrotic damage from that.
What was that fucking finger of death?
It was inflict wound at 8th level. So,
Y'all wanna know what I'm at?
what are you at?
9!
Yar.
So yeah, he hits once with the mace, just striking up at you, and then on his turn, with just his large, furry-knuckled, cloven hand with claws on it, he is just gonna grab the wound on your side where the mace hit, and just kind of squeeze for a split second, and you just feel like just the spot he grabbed has aged and died and is decaying in a casket right now. Just so, and you look down and you can see there's just like this one patch of your skin that, at least for now, looks like it is 500 years old. All right.
Gross.
So that was his action there. All right. And then you also see that some of the wounds you put into him, he just sort of breathes and stretches his neck a little bit, and some of them start to fill in. And he regains 20 hit points with his regeneration ability. All right. That wasn't too bad, right? That's the end of his turn. All right. Now it's Lady Melina. Hopefully she can do something about this shit. So, she has an ability now that she was out of earlier when you fought the Fallen. It's mostly a stealth-related ability, but she has a thing that is kind of like Misty Step without needing to use a spell slot, where she can essentially briefly step into the ethereal plane and just kind of... It is the thing she did in front of Tivik'ka when she disappeared and sent Ambrose's soul away. So she's going to go ahead and do that now as a bonus action. So no opportunity attack. And she just appears up here on this pillar. And then let me just check size real quick with something. So put it there. Okay. So she also has a very powerful spell that she is going to try to cast right now. That would create a cube that will target Bale and Calloway. Bale also has Counterspell, so he's going to try to Counterspell it. This is also 8th level. He's got to use his ability. Alright, and Bale successfully Counterspelled it using one of his 3 uses of Counterspell. So you just see Lady Melina start to weave magic, and Bale turns, keeping his mace arm toward Eris in case she tries to run. He extends his other arm out and grasps the spell that Melina was starting to cast and throws it into the crevice leading to hell. Alright. That's all that Lady Melina can do. And here we are at the top of round 2. Bale's legendary actions are back, and it is Calloway's turn.
Okay. If I were to guess, how heavy does Lady Melina look?
Not almost at all. I mean, she'd be maybe 110 pounds, 120 maybe. She's not a big person. And she's dead.
Right.
So.
I'm going to move a little bit over here, and then I am going to summon my Echo.
Okay.
Right here. One further back.
Yeah. Cool.
And it's going to I don't know, the only image in my mind, and I really don't even think this happens in the movie, is flying monkeys from Wizard of Oz. It just I want the Echo to swoop in and just try to pick Lady Melina up from under her arms, and start flying her away.
Interesting strategy, but it could work. All right, so I guess that'll be a grapple.
Okay, grappling. I don't know. I mean, is that just a?
I think it'll be athletics for you.
Okay.
And then, yeah.
Oh, that was a natural 1.
All right, and she got a 14. So
damn, the Cox roll was almost a 15.
She will just sort of step out of the way as it comes through with her 10 in acrobatics. It didn't take much.
Okay, and was that one attack, or was that my entire action?
That's actually a good question. I forget.
Be one of your actions, right?
I believe it's an action,
Grapple?
Yeah, I think it's an action. High risk, high reward, because he could have just fucking dropped her in the...
I was trying to drop her into hell, so...
That would have been sick nasty.
Yeah, it would have been really, really horrible for y'all, but...
Yeah.
It's already horrible.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got this.
Then, I believe... Sorry, let me just double check something, make sure I can't do anything. I don't think I can. Where are you?
Yeah, I think you did your stuff, so unless you got one last ace up the sleeve.
Yeah, no, I don't think I mean, unless I wanted to action surge, but I'm not going to do that right now.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so that's it.
All right, so that'll inch up. End of Calloway's turn. Bale will spend 2 of his 3 legendary actions to try to make another mace attack on Eris. That is Yet again, a hit. Felicity, I'm not picking on you, I promise. It's just...
All right.
You don't believe me.
No, I don't. I think that's bullshit.
Okay. So that's, yeah, that'll do it. That was 20 on the piercing.
But I come back up.
You're right!
That's my thing.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Alright, you've got your
But she'll
thing.
play dead. If I can feign death so he walks away,
Ooh!
let's do that.
This is really interesting. Roll a performance check.
Okay. Because I would like him to not hit me again. Okay.
Yeah, because he totally would just keep doing it at the start of his turn.
Oh my god, I rolled a natural 1.
Oh no.
Buddy.
Oh god. So you literally, Eris, what you do in the heat of the moment is stop. That's as good as you can muster through all of
I'm
the.
at 4 hit points.
Okay.
Oh wait, I forgot I had 11 temporary ones.
Yes.
I think those. So you would
They
have been.
probably are gone anyway.
Yeah, because you were at 9, right? So you would have been at 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got them.
Okay. Well, I'm at 4 now.
Alright. Well, that was his legendary action, luckily, so... looks like Tivik'ka gets a chance to go first before he does anything else. Whatever that may be.
Okay. So in my continuation of setting myself up here, I am then also going to use my little Wall of Mystic Arcanum to then cast myself a Crown of Stars.
Okay.
And so this ball of fire, which is currently Tivik'ka, now has just these additional 7 glowing motes just above his head. And then just with one of them for a bonus action, gonna send it towards the real Callaway. And so that will be, that will be a, if I get on the right thing, that will be a 28 to hit.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna...
Sounds good.
I would hope that would hit, otherwise I'd be crying.
Yeah, I forgot to mention, Cam, your AC is 30 now. That was part of part of the thing.
So Cam rolling really shit. Okay, so then that is 12 plus 11, so 23 plus 5, 28 points of radiant, which I don't know if it matters that it's radiant, but it is.
Does radiant do?
No, it won't do any extra to you, but do keep saying that, because it could matter for other elements of this fight.
Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, Cam, you'll still
radiant.
take 28, so.
A ciao.
Cool.
And then I'm also gonna just, not to abandon Eris.
No, it's okay.
Just
do what you need
leave
to do.
a little bit more to get, like,
Yeah.
you know, away.
Fair. Okay. Alright. Bale has 1 legendary action remaining before Eris's turn. He is going to turn to you, Eris, as you're preparing to do whatever you're going to do, and he's just simply going to say, with just a gentle raise of a glowing magic finger, "Are you sure you even want to fight back?" And he is going to try to cast Charm Person. So
He
that...
chose the wrong one, but that's fine.
Eh. Okay, and then I believe Charm Person would be a Wisdom save, right? Yeah. Looks
I
like.
believe you, whatever you say.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Well, I don't believe me, but I just checked, and yes, it is Wisdom.
Okay. All right. Oh, I rolled well. That is 23.
23. Okay. You are not charmed, and he is out of legendary actions, and it's now your turn.
I want to banter, but I don't know if Eris would right now.
4 HP. Get me.
Yeah. She'll bonus action take her last superior healing potion.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, so that's what she'll do for that ball. I could roll that here in a sec. I I guess she'll. No. I don't know. It feels too early to be talking about I'd rather die than do that, because then she will. But her haste action, she will disengage.
Okay.
And I know she can get kind of far now, but honestly, she just wants to get over here. She just wants to get out of the way and hopefully out of people's sight for a second. Take a breather and give Tivik'ka her next attack action. That's what she will do. So, Tivik'ka, you get 2 attack actions. Or 2 actions. I think I just gave you my action. Let me double check. Oh, an extra attack action. So you have an extra attack action.
Cool.
And she will chill over there, and hopefully no one will pay attention.
Okay, cool.
And I'll roll my, I think it's, how much is it?
Should be 8d4 plus 8. Is that right, guys?
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Okay, cool.
Okay.
I'll be doing that. Everyone can move on.
No. Alright. Bale the Bronze General, Duke of the Third Layer of Hell, King of Greed, a king and a duke at the same time. Wacky. He is gonna go ahead and just see Eris flee off for a moment. And Tivik'ka, you're gonna see him just toss the mace casually in his hand, like spinning it, almost like an athlete with a baseball bat. And he is just going to walk his 30 feet of movement towards you.
Just not to interrupt his whole thing, but he has entered my little thing, so he is gonna take a cute little 7 points of damage.
No, that's worth noting. Okay.
Which actually, I don't know. It might be more. It might be 12, because I've got my little Radiant Soul, which, adds 5 for each modifier.
Right.
For 1 dice modifier against my target. So I guess it would be 12 fire damage there, which is marginally better. So.
Okay. Yeah. That's yeah.
You're resistant or immune. I don't know. I'm.
He is immune to fire.
Yeah. Okay. Cute.
So,
Me too.
All right. You're both immune to fire. That's not a bad thing at this moment, but all right. So his regeneration activates. The fire doesn't seem to faze him at all. He walks through it like a curtain, and as he just walks up to you, his feet just against the ground. He's just gonna go ahead and do the most normal thing he can do, which is make 2 melee attacks. So, first one would be an unnatural 20.
Ow.
And second
Can I keep my
one...
concentration? Oh wait, no, that's the thing. Never mind. Ah.
Alright. And then the second attack would be a 32. Jesus. Okay.
Fuck me.
Indeed. That's a ridiculous number. Alright. So the first one is doing 16 on that piercing damage.
Okay, I've still got my concentration.
And then 12 on that necrotic. So it'd be a total of 28 there.
Okay. Still good for concentration.
Okay, cool. And then the second one will have done, yikes amundo, 21 on the piercing damage. And 8 on the necrotic, for a total of 29. Okay. And that is the end of Bale's turn. Okay. Let's see. What shall Lady Melina do here? Alright. Believe if she puts the cube in the right spot, she can just try to do what she tried to do last turn. Still, from the current positions. Yes, she can. Okay, yeah. So she's just going to kind of center the cube right here. And it will still hit Calloway and Bale and nobody else. So she will once again attempt to cast that cube thing. Bale will once again attempt to counterspell. And Bale failed that time, and he only has one counterspell left. Fuck you! Okay, so... Lady Melina. This is what's fun about me fighting for both sides, is that either way I'm happy. But Lady Melina is now going to be casting a spell that is based on Abi Dalzim's Horrid Wilting, which is an 8th level necromancy spell. You draw the moisture from every creature in a 30-foot cube. And so Calloway and Bale, you both need to make Constitution saving throws. And it'll be a full or half damage effect here.
That's a big old 10.
Okay. 10 will not succeed against Lady Melina's DC.
My echo as well.
No, it actually won't be hitting your echo, because then it would also be hitting Tivik'ka, and she doesn't want to do that. So yeah, just you. Alright. And Bale also would have failed, but he's going to go ahead and use one of his 3 legendary resistances to succeed anyway. What a bitch. Okay, so it's necrotic damage. Calloway, you will be taking the full of 46.
Thanks.
And Bale will be taking 23.
Can I say that I just now remembered that rogues have whatever the thing is that you can like half the damage that you take? Uncanny dodge. And I may have been able to avoid dying last time if I realized that.
Oh my god. Well, I knew you had evasion.
Evasion. Uncanny dodge is a 5th level ability. So I've had it this entire fucking time and I just forgot it.
Damn, dude. Well, we're here now, and this is fun.
I don't think I can on that attack though. I think it has to be on an attack.
Okay. And Lady Melina will just bonus action move a lot. She's just gonna go ahead and get right there and turn toward Eris, see how she's doing. And that'll bring us up to round 3. Alright, Calloway.
Okay. So I'm gonna move Echo. It'll swoop down here behind Tivik'ka.
Okay.
And then I have to get within 30 feet of it. Little bitch.
I will say, since your echo has entered, it takes that fire damage.
Shit, yeah it does. And then it just dies, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's gonna insta-die.
That's okay. I'll just make a new one. Not a big deal.
What a shame.
Okay. So you can see Calloway just kind of give like an annoyed, like, ugh, whatever. And then he'll be like, okay, I don't really need to help Bale out. So then he's gonna turn around, watching Melina go over this way. Now he sees Eris, and this time he'll pop the bonus action, pop the echo, actually right above Eris.
Okay.
Not below. And he, kind of beating his wings, will fly. Let me get my tool out. wrong. I always forget to switch between the measuring tool and like the actual thing.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so I'll get right there. And pull his arrow back. This time I'll remember to say I'm using my sharpshooter thing, so I'm going to take the -5 to my attack roll. I'm sorry, I'm like a hot mess right now.
You
What's
good?
new?
Thanks. Okay, so I'm gonna take first arrow shot, and that is, I shit you not, it's another fucking crit. I don't know how I keep, this is the 4th one I've had into combat round.
I believe you, my friend.
Um,
Roll
okay,
your
I'm sorry.
damage.
I am sorry.
That's against Eris.
I think so.
Yeah, I'm really sorry.
It's okay.
So that is, and I rolled so well on my sneak attack damage. So that's...
Okay,
4
real
times-
quick, before you say all the damage, as he's setting up, Eris would just call out and say, I just wanted to let you know I met your wife and I comforted her for you. And she'll be away.
Ooh.
That's all I got left in me, guys.
Alright. Calloway, you are tormented inside, but you are bound by blood.
Okay. So, 24 from the critted sneak. Plus an extra
I'm
8.
down.
Okay.
Damn.
I guess
was
I was
gonna-
at 28, but you had an extra 8. Yeah, 20.
Well, then it would have been plus 10 from sharpshooter.
I'm
Then
down.
extra 21 from my rolled sneak damage.
I'm down.
I'm really sorry.
No, it's okay.
I was not expecting that.
It's fine.
That's what you get for saying that shit about my wife, though. Okay, I moved what, like 5, 10, 15 feet.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna move flying out this way.
Okay.
And the echo will move right here.
Okay.
Calloway will go ahead and, again, with the sharpshooter, take another shot. That is less good. That's a 13 hit.
A 13 to hit Lady Melina.
Yeah.
Just hardly misses.
Okay.
She manages to use the pillar a little bit, stepping behind, and gets out of the way.
Okay. And then my echo will make it last free attack thing, melee sword to melee.
Okay.
And that was a lot bigger of a number.
I'm sure it is.
And so that is 7 points of damage.
Okay. Cool. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay. Bale won't do anything between turns here, and we can go to Tivik'ka.
Okay. So since Eris is down, do I still get that action thing she gave me? Okay.
Yeah, because I just gave you my next attack action instead of using it myself, so you still get it. It's not like a gift or concentration or anything. You just have it. So.
Sick. Okay. Well, I hate to have to do this, but I also don't want to die. So I am going to Dimension Door. And I'm gonna just, that's, oh god, the map is not coordinating.
You can't run out of this one, I've learned!
I'm just gonna, oh my god, why is it doing this? I just want to get up there. It's, okay. There we go.
Alright, you got it.
There we go. I got it. It's okay. Dimension door up there. And then, I guess, just with my first action then, still targeting Calloway, I'm gonna send a couple of Eldritch Blaze.
Okay.
So that will be a 22 and a 12 to hit, and then a 14 to hit. So I imagine only that first one hits.
What was the first one?
22.
Yeah. My AC is 8.
Yeah, no. And then, so that is 15 damage to you. And then, bonus action again, also at Callaway, gonna send another one of those stars. And so you are going to take another... that's a lot of numbers. 36 damage.
36? Okay, I'm down.
Radiant. Oh, you are? Shit, yeah!
Yeah!
All right.
Yes!
What
We win!
what happens
Okay, this is
to the echo?
It disappears.
Okay. I will get rid of that.
Tivik'ka! MVP! Yes! Bring it home, baby! God,
All right.
yes! I'm so excited!
I hope you die, Cam!
Damn. I love what I have taken part in creating. This is... wow. Alright.
Why did Cam the cat say yes? That was supposed to be Eris.
Yeah, I'm still going to Cam the cat as well. I don't know what's happening.
That was me.
Okay.
Oh, actually, I will also say, just because I do still have movement, I don't know if it's going to help me at all, but I will just kind of like go behind this pillar. Don't know if it's going to give me any cover from anything Bale does, but hey, I'm there.
Okay. Well, you gotta love comedic timing. Before Eris's turn, Bale is going to use one of his legendary actions to teleport right next to you.
Oh, hi, bud.
Alright, and now it's Eris's turn.
Okay. Death save.
Alright.
Save. I rolled a 4. One
Okay.
failure.
So you have one failure,
Yep.
but something else happens.
No.
As you are laying kind of in a delirious state, trying to grab onto your consciousness and get back up as much as you can, you feel the burning strength of the words that Azrio said to the three of you within. And I present to you, Eris, a choice. All three of you, because you have been given the will of Azrio to come here, have been given something called the Mark of the Martyr. What this means is that when you are down, you can choose to get back up and do a bunch of very powerful shit in the name of Azrio, under the stipulation that you will die at the end of your next turn. So, the choice is now yours. If you want to hold off, let somebody heal you and get you back up, or if you want to go out as a martyr right now and get back up, and everything you do will be amplified by Azrio's radiant magic.
Yeah, I think Eris would do that. Not even just because it sounds fucking lit and sick and all that jazz, but also just Eris was ready to die, so she'd rather go out with a bang than a weird side comment about Callaway's wife.
Okay. Alright then. You are up, but you will die at the end of your turn on round 4. So as you get up, you start glowing a little bit, and you see Lady Melina next to you as you wake up. You look at yourself, you realize what's happening, and she just calmly says to you, "May you die in peace, as I was never allowed."
she will just kind of give her a nod, not really knowing what to say. Like, she knows what's going on, but like, she also, you know, she's just doing the thing.
Yeah. Okay. You may now take your turn as normal, but your movement is doubled. You ignore terrain as if you're flying, and your attacks are going to do more.
All right. Then she's gonna boop 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 doo. Oh, I went way too far. Oh my god. Where even am I? Oh no, I'm off the map. Oh no. I can't. I was just gonna go over to them.
Okay.
To the 2. And I can't fucking get back.
All right, I'm moving you. I'm moving you.
Okay, but I want to be over here, actually. I think I can do that with the movement that you said.
Yeah, you're good.
And then, kind of giving Tivik'ka a sad look as she descends behind Bale, flanking. Do I technically still have my extra haste action?
Yep.
All right, I will use the 3 attacks.
Okay.
Or 3 attack actions. Oh, a natural 20.
All right!
Yay! Okay, cool. So that first one hits with a lot.
Okay, go ahead and roll your damage as normal, and then I'll tell you what else happens.
Okay. So for the first one, it's a D10, not a D8. The normal damage is 10.
Okay, normal damage is 10, and then you also crit as well, so go ahead and...
Oh, yeah, and then that would be 17, so 10 plus 17, so 27. So that'd be the normal crit damage, I'm sorry.
So 27 already from the crit. Your attack would also have done an additional 12 radiance flat, so it's just 12 every time. So now that's also doubled to 24. So you did 27 plus 24 radiant damage, which I believe totals up to 51. Yep. Okay. And you now have your other 2.
Yes, so I actually rolled, I got a 25 for the second hit.
Okay, so that'll also be a hit.
So that damage, that is 20. No, not 20. I'm sorry, 27. I just rolled the most, so 27.
27, and then another 12 from the radiance.
Oh, I'm sorry, not 27. 17. I'm so sorry. Numbers, I'm literally so bad. 17, not 27.
That was a lot of energy. It's okay.
I know. I guess I feel stupid with math and it's hard.
Okay, 29 then. Cool.
All right. And then the third hit. All right, 24 to hit.
Yep.
And, oh my god, also another 17. Yay!
All right. So another 29 with that radiant as well.
And then I'm gonna use the rest of my leadership dice, and gonna do I don't remember what it's called, the mark one, rallying mark, so that Tivik'ka, the next time Tivik'ka hits, she can roll 13d8 and heal themselves.
Shit.
All right, so you're just using all of them.
Yep, so that'll be 13d8 against him and 13d8 that Tivik'ka can heal.
Jeez. That might be wicked.
What if I just start to die this next round then?
Don't you fucking dare.
All right.
I guess it could be Melina then too. Melina could then do it too, but I'm doing it for Tivik'ka, so.
Right.
Oh yeah, because it's just a claim thing, isn't it? Hell yeah, okay.
Okay. Eris, is that the end of your turn?
That is, yep.
Okay. So you do all that. You already feel, though, what's going to happen next round. You feel yourself just sort of shaking and glowing, and whitish gold light is pouring out of your mouth, around your eyes, and just starting to overtake you from within. Bale now. So he is legendary action going to go ahead and actually teleport away again
Oh my god, thank fuck.
because of this situation, all the way to Calloway's unconscious body.
No!
And the two of you see, as you hit him, I will let you know this, Eris, you kind of have eyes locked on him as you see the plume of smoke and flame as he teleports away. You see him, he looks at the wounds all along his chest that you left, and his skin looks like it's starting to seal in the wounds again with his passive regeneration ability. But there is still a singe of radiant energy where you hit him, and it doesn't work. So, for this turn, because he has taken radiant damage, he will not regenerate 20 HP. Alright,
Good.
so he's teleported. Now it's for his actual turn here. He's at Calloway. Alright, and Calloway, he is just going to grab you with one arm and pick you up as you are unconscious. And he will say simply to you, "Do you continue to fight? Or will you sacrifice for me?"
You're super muted, buddy.
Yeah, it looks like...
Well, shit. Okay. I was
Sorry.
just freaking out a little bit. So it's all good.
Okay.
So he said, do you sacrifice for me or do you keep fighting? Is that what he said?
Yes. And he is about to do a thing that will help you do whatever the answer is. Well, help
So
him.
it's either like I can sacrifice myself for his benefit or he can benefit me so I can keep going?
Yes.
Okay. Kind of opening his eyes, and he's gonna grip back at his bow, and he's gonna say, I'm not done yet.
Good. Alright, so for his action this turn, he is just going to turn down to the chasm. You're going to see him raise his hand and just do a crushing motion. And you see, most of you can't see it, but you hear from within the pit just shrieking and like exploding guts and cracking bones, and a bunch of energy lifts up into his hand, and he is now going to heal you the only way that Bale can heal anybody, by killing someone else.
Oh my
So
god.
he has crushed several of his devil army below, and you are now going to gain, with this, I will let you know now, limited ability. He can't do this much, but you will now regain 55 hit points and be back up.
Great.
Okay. So Calloway, conscious, back in the fight through magical means. Eris, conscious, back in the fight through magical means. Probably neither of them for much longer. But let's see. Okay. Lady Melina. Alright. Tivik'ka, you're going to see her pop out behind the pillar. One arm wreathed in radiant energy pointed towards you. One arm wreathed in necrotic energy pointed toward the two of them. And she will look to you and await your signal for just a second on which she should do.
How hurt does Bale look after Eris just tore into him?
Definitely bloodied.
Okay. They're gonna just have like a brief look at Eris, but they will signal back to Melina to just target Calloway and Bale.
Okay. All right. So she will give you a nod from the distance. And she is actually going to go ahead and go Radiant. It's going to come out of her necrotic arm because she is harming someone. But she is going to turn, weave both arms, and use her remaining 8th level slot to do Sunburst here on both of you. So that is another con save. So go ahead and give me a con save. Alright, and Bale needs to expend another... Or wait. Nope, he's good. So he will not expend a legendary resistance, he just...
14.
How much?
13.
Okay. Let's see what we get here. Okay. That was on the lower end, actually, for Sunburst. So Bale will be taking the half of 22, and you will be taking the full of 44 for Sunburst.
It would have been really hilarious if she killed me immediately after.
I know, right? Just one thing. The spell also, when you fail, blinds you.
Nice.
Okay.
So, a creature blinded by the spell can make another con save at the end of each of its turns to be no longer blinded. So,
Okay.
There's that. And that's pretty much Lady Melina, but Fel, what were you going to say?
Well, this would technically fire off those 13 points.
Oh, shit.
However, if we want... No, it's up to you, because I did say 13 in the first place, but I could take one of those points away so that could heal Tivik'ka, because technically I'm supposed to expend one to do the double 2, so that could then do 12d8 against Bale, and then they would heal the 12d8 of that damage, both of them. But I technically would have to take away one of them. But or we can just
say
keep it
not
to
worry
13.
about it. Just keep it as 13. Like, I think it's more
Yeah?
important to get him down. Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to heal you too. But yeah, we
It's
could
okay.
just do
I've
the
got my own
13.
heals, and Melina's still here. We're fine.
Okay. Then
So, another 13d8.
yeah, and then Melina will heal that. I can roll it if you want.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna roll it on here. Is this a D8? No, that's a D8. That's a D8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, because that damage would be added to both of them as well, right? So it's probably going to just obliterate
No, that would
Calvin,
just
right?
go to Bale.
Oh yeah, because it's marked thing. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
He's the one that's targeted with that effect.
Jesus, that's a lot of dice.
Okay. So, Bale.
What kind of damage it is? I actually don't. Let me see just I think
Yeah, it probably does. But Melina would heal 51. I don't even know if she was low, but
She wasn't low, but she'll take it.
yeah.
She's far from low. Okay. Well, damn. That did a number on Bale, let me tell you. He almost, as the sunburst clears, you hear him just huff really low and steam come out of his maw, and it looks like he was almost knocked over as he sort of straightens up firmly to get back to his feet. That was wicked. But otherwise, that is that for Lady Melina. Okay, here we come into round 4, the round in which Eris, you will die and have little control over it.
That's fine.
And pretty much everybody else but Lady Melina is up with very low HP. Oh, she just doesn't die. Alright. So, if she could still express emotions with her corpse body that doesn't have, emotional chemicals firing off in it, she'd be so, please! Somebody kill me! Alright, so, top of the round with Callaway.
Okay, I want to ask,
Yes.
with Bale being this physically hurt, is his, like, power over Calloway still completely set, or does that feel like wavering as well?
Ooh, man. Okay. This presents an interesting question. Because you sealed it recently and you were definitely coerced. And you heard about your son. So, I think in this unique instance, what we could maybe do is have you roll a wisdom saving throw with disadvantage.
Okay.
And we'll see if you break out of it. It'll be very hard, but the fact that you have a chance at all is it's a good thing to bring up. Especially since you're blind.
Okay. That's not horrible. Let me find my wisdom modifier, because I don't know it off the top of my head.
And the world shakes.
Yeah, I love thinking they have to look for that.
Wait, wisdom, 18.
18. Okay. Oh, yeah. Just not quite.
Okay.
So, and we won't say that counted as an action or anything.
Okay.
But as you sort of, Calloway, you're have this internal struggle. You do that kind of as a free action. Bale as well, then, as a bit of a free action, is going to turn towards you and just narrow his eyes, and you feel literally and spiritually your blood pulse, and you're back.
Okay.
So,
well, I'm gonna go ahead and bonus action. Oh Lord. So he's gonna start to fly up after having that kind of moment of doubt, and he's going to shoot out this way, maybe actually more. And he is going to... Is the fire thing still around Tivik'ka?
Oh yeah, that's still up.
Okay. And that's just not worth it. Then, actually, if I would have noticed that the fire was up, I would not have come over here. If that's okay.
yeah.
I can
Are you
if you
still
want me
blind
to.
too?
But it's just I'm trying to get within 30 feet from my echo. So as long as nobody minds if I do a take back seat.
I'm okay with it.
I don't mind, but are you still
What would
blind?
you would have done?
Yeah, I'm still I'm flying now.
No,
Good at blind.
Blind. Well, here's the thing. Is that if I summon my echo, can I, in all of my attacks, originate it from there? Is it also blind?
I'm not sure if the status effects also affect the echo.
I don't believe they do.
Yeah, I don't think they do, though, so... You could technically summon the echo kind of, like, vaguely, and then...
Okay, then that's what... If he can't see, then he's gonna stay put, because I don't think he would fuck around with that. And he will go ahead and manifest his echo, just kind of like... It almost looks as though it's like kind of standing on his shoulders, just right on top of him.
Mm-hmm.
And it will go ahead and take a look around to survey the options, and kind of... And it will just do the attacking. So it'll go ahead and take 2 attacks at Lady Melina.
Okay.
First one is an 18 to hit,
Alright, 18 is a hit.
and the second one is a 24.
Yep, 2 hits.
So that's 24 total points damage for both combined.
Okay. 24 more on Lady M. Okay. And then,
And that's it.
where should I place your echo again?
Just put it, I guess, like right below him. It's fine.
Okay. Yeah, we'll just put you right there. Okay. Alright, that being said, let me check something real quick here as far as his options go. Okay. Yeah, Bale is actually going to go ahead and teleport one more time. Legendary action. Just get behind this pillar as much as he can, just to complicate the sight lines a little bit. And Tivik'ka, it is your turn.
Hey, let me just think real quick. So I'll be able to see him if I'm like at an angle here. Ah, fuck! Why does this always do this? Ah.
No, I know what you mean. Like, if you were, like, there...
Yeah, if I was like, you know, this would be the line of sight, right?
Yeah, I think he'd
So as long as I
have
get-
like, half color. He'll have half cover with the pillar, but you'll still be able to see him from there. I mean, if you somehow got, like, all the way down here, then, like, I guess that would be enough where he wouldn't have any cover from it, but...
Yeah, I'm just trying to, because like that would be a direct line.
Yeah.
I imagine anything less is going to be covered. And I don't know if I can... It's like, how far... Oh, fuck, stop doing that. Is that 30 feet? That's 30 feet. Hold on. Yeah, okay, hold on. So if I'm able to get there... Oh my god, stop doing...
Just don't, just say the words. Don't use the measure tool.
Yeah, if I'm able to get there, with that line of sight, am I able to get... Is that still half cover?
I think that's good. The line is straight, so I think that's good.
Okay. That's why I was wanting to use the tool thing. Okay, so I can just get there.
Yeah.
It's gonna be moving through Eris, so she's gonna get a little bit of fire damage, but at this point, I don't really think that matters.
Yeah, it does not. She's fine.
And so then they're just going to, first of all, just send off that little crown of stars. Oh, that probably is going to miss that time because that's only 15.
Yeah, that's a miss.
So don't get the extra damage there. But then with their attack, I'm going to use a guiding bolt. Please be good. Okay, that is a 27.
27 to hit? Yes.
And what is not okay. Then yes, okay. Damage. 31 damage.
Okay. We're getting there.
And there is advantage on the next attack against him.
All right. Is that it, Tivik'ka?
That is all I can do.
Okay. Eris, you
I'm
have
up again?
you have a well. Here's what's happening.
Okay.
You have a feeling that you are about to explode.
Oh shit.
So I should explode in the right location, is what you're telling me.
You have 60 feet, and then you will explode. And you have no idea how big the radius is going to be, because you've never exploded before.
This is true. That would be new territory for
Yeah.
me. She's gonna come right over here, and she's gonna give Calloway a hug.
Damn. Okay.
And she's
He
gonna say,
returns the hug.
I forgive you.
All right. And that...
He will quietly begin to weep a little bit.
Oh no, this is a big oh god,
Yeah.
guys.
Alright. Everybody on the map is in range of this.
I'm sorry. I thought I was at least away from Tivik'ka. Jeez.
Hey, but I'm immune to fire, so I don't know
I
what
think
kind of
it's gonna be
explosion this
radiant.
is.
Alright.
Oh. I'm resistant at least.
Everybody make a dexterity saving throw. And
Even me, explodey.
Ooh,
no, I mean you're fine.
21.
Okay, Bale and Lady Melina both got a natural 20 on their dex save.
Oh.
Jeez.
I thought I rolled well. I got a 19, so I got a 21, but that's fine. Show me up, I guess.
Oh man, this is really sad.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna take 0 damage from this.
Oh my god.
Are you? Oh,
Can I choose to fail it?
I won't stop you if you want to.
I think the words, I think, I don't know, like I imagine his wings kind of like tuck back in and he will return the hug and like begin to weep a little bit, just thinking about his son and like that moment, and he will just let the explosion take him away.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, because this damage, even with a successful save, I don't think Bale's going to be able to hold on to you. So
It also just does not make any sense that I can take 0 damage from this while she's exploding.
yeah, I mean that's only
Still
fair.
grappled, you
That
know?
makes no sense, but rogues, I guess.
Okay. So everybody succeeded except Calloway. So it was an equal mix of fire and radiant. It was 30 points of each. So, and that was halved, by the way. It was going to be 60 of each.
Oh.
So,
Okay.
yeah, sorry, I should have said that. So, quick math. Lady Melina takes the 30 fire, immune to the 30 radiant. Bale, opposite. So he took 30. And Bale is not dead, but he's down. He is on his knees, struggling to breathe, the radiant energy keeping him from reforming. Tivik'ka for you, so the 30 radiant and the 30 fire, so I guess that'd be 15 for the fire.
Yeah.
So, and then I don't
Wait. No, because I'm immune to fire,
think...
and then
okay.
I'm resistant to radiant.
Oh, well, okay, so 15 for you.
Yeah.
Nice. And then Calloway, choosing to fail the full 120. And Eris, nothing needs to be said.
Yeah, I exploded.
So, 3 of our tokens, if we count the echo, just gone. Absolutely gone. And as far as what your last moments in whatever afterlife you've been taken to will look like, we will talk about that later, much like the end of last session. But now, it's Bale's turn, and since he can't regenerate, he's gonna roll a death save. That's a natural 1, baby!
Oh shit.
Nice.
Okay! Bale failed 2 death saves out of 3. So, Lady Melina, he can't take legendary actions, obviously. So Lady Melina is going to walk over here to the crack, begin to examine it, and she is going to quickly use her bonus action Shadow Step to the other side to get within range of Tivik'ka to use one of her 7th level slots to cast Heal. So,
I want to
Tivik'ka,
step back, otherwise you'll take fire damage.
she'll just take it.
Okay.
It's Oh, it actually isn't.
So it's not that much. Oh, it's
Yeah.
10. It's 10 fire, but you know.
She has so much. It's fine.
Yeah, of course, she also got healed up, so I'm not too worried.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she just walks up to you, places a hand on you, and you instantly regain 70 hit points. And she will just say to you, "Go. Don't let him get up. I'll seal the portal." And she is just going to walk back over to the crack and look into it and begin preparing some sort of spell. And here we go! Top of round 5 of this fast, reckless, fucking chaotic fight. Tivik'ka, it is your go.
Sorry, can I just say it's really funny when I was healing myself up for the 70, I accidentally did damage instead, so apparently I'm down, but that's not the case.
No. She
That's
used
why I just lost concentration.
she used the Palor arm, okay?
Sorry, I just found that so fucking funny.
God, what if she was like, "Oh, wrong arm. Fuck!"
Oh my god.
I mix up my right and left all the time. It's a real issue.
That's my flaw. I mix my right and left, and it kills people.
Yeah, sorry, let me just make myself not dead. Yeah, so I imagine pretty much as she's doing that, they will, they'll, drop that concentration on the sphere, and they still just have, how many? 4 little glowing motes above their head, but you know, and they're going to just, I guess, they can't get over there the whole way, can they? No. They're gonna get to the ledge and then just, with their action, just activate their little levitation to, you know, cross the gap.
Okay.
Just push it over. And then, God, still just a little while away, with one of those 4 glowing motes. They're just going to just wordlessly look up, close their eyes for a moment, just saying like a little prayer to Azrael for both of the previous, I guess, party members, and then look down towards Bale, and with one of those motes, hit him for what I imagine hits as 27.
Yeah. So he's down, so advantage on the hits and all that stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. So. And then that will be a fun 25 damage, but you know, it would still fail him 2 death saves, so he's definitely gone.
Okay.
And they're just gonna do all this very just wordlessly.
All right.
Almost in a trance of just what's happened.
So, the only bit left here is Bale on his knees, his wounds not sealing. The flame of Azrael burning in his open skin. He'll just look up to you, breathing heavily, and... Go ahead. Your empire falls. My work is done. And Tivik'ka, do you say anything in reply?
No, I imagine their face doesn't even change from just, you know, a very expressionless concentration on just, you know, coming over here and doing what needs to be done.
All right. So, with the calculated and precise radiant energy of the Empire, Tivik'ka, it all comes back to you. You have found the true corruption, and by defeating Bale in the borders between the material plane and the 3rd layer of hell, you have removed him and purified the Empire of Machavia. Bale, will not be seen from again for many hundreds, if not thousands, of years, as he is finally banished in death back to the hole he crawled out of. All right. And Tivik'ka, all that's left is this portal. Do you have any action economy left? Any other little stuff you'd like to do?
Nothing in the way of action economy, but I don't know if there's any remains of, the other two, or if that's just absolutely obliterated of what just happened. But they're still just gonna look to the spot.
Mm-hmm.
Just spend a moment, just, a little moment of silence for them.
Okay.
And then just turn to Melina, just to kind of, let's go.
All right. So you turn, and it's just rising ash. That's all that's left of the two of them. Just ash that is gathering in the wind. You turn to Melina. She nods with approval, turns back to the portal, and finally, it seems that some of Baal's army is still making their way up and finally getting on the cusp of pulling through. Now, Melina prepares magic. The environment around you begins to shift back to the stasis it was at before this portal opened, as she manages to somewhat seal it off. You can once again, as the smog of hell clears, begin to see the hundreds of guards that are still all around, the coadjutors that have run off and started to form a line of defense. And they're all blasting away at anything that tries to come through as Lady Melina is sealing it. And all she is going to go ahead and do is turn to you, Tivik'ka, and as probably the only person in this room that has any trust in her at all, she is just going to say, "Get everyone out of this room."
I will just nod and just, start just calling for people to follow on out, I suppose.
Okay. So, no charisma checks necessary to persuade these people. They all see what's happening, the severity of it. They don't know who to trust anymore other than the three of you. And you're the only one left here, besides Lady Melina. So, Tivik'ka, in these final moments, it is up to you to gather the crowds, lead them out of the Emperor's chamber, out of the great halls, into the safety outside by the mountains. Just for flavor, is there any particular way that you're doing this?
Well, they still have three of the remaining three of the seven motes remaining above their head.
Okay.
So they are currently shedding a dim light in a 30-foot radius.
Nice.
But, they're also, I guess, just to continue to grab people's attention amidst all the chaos, they're just going to be kind of, I guess, levitating as well, just above everyone's kind of headline, just so people can see them, and they are still glowing. But yeah, I think that's as best they can do, just calling out to people just to follow.
You've become a literal beacon of light.
I am a beacon of light.
You are now the lighthouse leading everybody out of here.
Woo!
So, You get to the outskirts, the wind picking up again. You get everyone out, it seems. All the guards pouring out in formation. The 8 coadjutors being particularly guarded by patrols of them. You see 6th Ascended Xena helping you lead this entire arrangement. And as all of you get out, you just hear mighty sounds of crackling and booms, explosions, thunder, lightning, just this horrid torrent of necrotic and radiant and devilish and fire, all of this energy and magic going off within the Emperor's chamber. You see radiant spells get cast so strongly that they light up every window in the hall for just a second. Explosions so intense that you can still feel the heat even though you're not even in the building anymore, as they start to out through some of the windows and doors, getting through all the cracks. And finally, there is but a simple glow in the sky, radiant. And as you look up, Tivik'ka, you believe what you believe. You always have. Perhaps these events won't change that. But as you look up, you're not sure if this divine light is coming from Azrio. You're not sure if it's coming from Pelor. Or, perhaps most likely, it's just the light. It is just the light, the fragment that is within everyone. And it glows upon the Emperor's chamber, and the whole of it begins to shake. And you hear Xena yell out, "We have to move further," as everybody starts rushing off, soldiers leading people down paths of safety as the entire mountain begins to shake and crack. And the Emperor's chamber before you starts to break apart. This magnificent, holy, revered structure that has sat atop Oz-Karaz your whole life, many generations before you, this thing that seems as old as the Empire itself, starts collapsing. And the radiant energy takes over everything. And eventually you hear faintly, as you're now quite far away, faint devilish cries, faint sounds of volcanic and fire starting to seal away. And as all the rubble clears and falls down the mountain, all that is left in its wake as the dust clears is a crack where the portal had opened. One that may have just formed or may have been in the mountain all along. And there's a faint red glow that is taken by the radiance and clears away. And standing amongst all of it is the very, very distant figure of Lady Melina. Wow. Of Lady Melina, who falls. And as the rubble continues to clear and the rest of the people get away, you now stand amongst this devastating sight. And nobody quite knows what to say about any of it. Which is where I'll turn it over to you, Tivik'ka. in our final moments. You're now looking upon a symbol of the Empire and of the will of Azrio completely crumbled. Having gone through everything you've gone through, having lost pretty much every companion you had to get you to this moment, learning whatever lessons from this very strange and confronting experience you've had. Is there any word that you are able to give to what is left of the people that were in the Emperor's chamber?
I mean, I feel like from everything that's just happened, watching this whole site, I imagine there's just gonna be a long moment of just, you know, absolute just shock of what's happened. And, you know, seeing all these symbols of the Empire and of Azrio just, you know, be destroyed and crumple like this. And seeing that there is just themselves and, you know, the few others that got out. I think it takes them a moment. But I think after that moment, just in a way, I guess they would have, you know, heard and, you know, done many times before in very different circumstances. I think they will just start to sing out one of the hymns of Azrio. I'm thinking it's not something like "Thy Fame Will Burn Across the Land," because I just look at the lyrics to that and I'm just like, that's probably not the mood for right now.
Yeah.
But for one of the less aggressive hymns of just, you know, something that's more about just, you know, praising that light and the unity of Machavia, I think they're just gonna start just, you know, singing out that hymn. Just, you know, as a sign that, like, the Empire is still, it still has strength and goodness in it, despite all these falling symbols. And I think also as a moment of, you know, tribute and almost meditation against everything that's been lost. But they'll just let that hymn just ring out.
Alright. And after 3 or 4 lines of the hymn, Xena will be the first to join you, a look of great guilt and grief on her face for everything that she led all of you into. And others join. Some of the soldiers, one of the coadjutors, and then the rest in response. You all stand there and sing. And there is a moment of unity. Even if the future of the Empire is now more uncertain than it has ever been in any of your lifetimes, there is a bit of peace in everyone's heart in this moment. Because after all of the confusion, fear, greed, bloodshed, misunderstanding, dogma, and zealotry, Tivik'ka, you are confident that that thing in the air of the Empire that has just felt wrong ever since the war with Tarkir. You found it, and you purified the Empire. Now let us do our epilogue here. 2 scenes in particular. For one, Tivik'ka, there would be an immediate response effort by everybody there, and perhaps others that have seen what had happened, to rush to the chamber, try to clean up whatever was there, see if there's anybody to be rescued, anybody that got left behind, see if there's any signs from Azrio or evidence of his presence there. I will say, when the effort gets up there, you notice, along with some of the other soldiers, that there's a woman laying there. And it takes you a second because it's not the same person at all, only it is. It's the clothes that tip you off first, but it's definitely her face. But Melina lays there, her eyes back, her skin tan, her hair a blondish brown, and she lays there breathing. And some of the soldiers rush up, and then they stop and they look very confused as it's Lady Melina. And she takes a few breaths, and all she says is, "I'm breathing. I'm breathing again." And she stops. And she's dead. Finally, for real, she has done her penance. She has done what she needed to do in the eyes of Pelor. And finally, she was able to move on, not out of the guilt and selfishness of wanting to die, of wanting to move on and give up the fight so you can be with your loved ones. She moved on because finally, after many decades of fighting and violence and bloodshed and trying to get back in touch with her emotions that had been lost so long ago, she acted for the sake of the light, even for people that she disagreed with. That is what Pelor wanted her to do all along. And as her body is prepared for burial in the coming days, they find a small note on her person. That small piece of parchment you remember, the mother and child handing her in the sanctuary. And you're taken aback by how insignificant it is, and yet how much she held on to it. It was just a crude drawing that young boy had made of Lady Melina. Only in the drawing, she has a smile on her face. And finally, let's go to Eris and Calloway. Both of you find yourselves in a space of brilliant white light. You're standing next to each other, realizing that the violence has passed, the animosity is gone, and there's just a gentle voice reaches out to both of you. It's over. It's okay. There is no need to worry. Your friends back down there, they will find their way. They will learn. They will take what lessons they need. They will stop fearing their neighbor. They will spread their faith openly and with love. And it may not happen tomorrow. It may not even happen a century from now. But this, what you have done, is one more little step in the great cosmic battle of the universe between the one great darkness and the infinite fractions of light. The light is within you, and know that where you hear the name Azrio, or Pelor, or Nabir Tarman, or any other entity of light, you do not hear the same voice, but you hear an ally. Remember that. Remember that and rest. And the voice of Pelor fades away, leaving the two of you in this void before you move on to your celestial afterlife. Is there anything the two of you say to each other?
Eris will just kind of look to him and say, "Your son, he got your bow."
Calloway will wipe at his tears a little bit, and just nod, and looking Eris in the eye will just say, "Thank you." And I'm sorry. He threatened them, and it's over though. Thank you.
Of course. I knew it wasn't you. Although I definitely thought that was the end of me. By your hand, I knew it wasn't your choice. You always had good in you. Even if you were lost or confused, there was always good.
Family's legacy was tainted the minute we set foot in Tarkir. I just wanted to give my son a life he'd be proud of, and one he'd be safe in. And I'm glad to have accomplished those things with you and with Tivik'ka, Melina.
Me too. I watched a lot of friends die, and I'm so happy I could do what they did for me, for everyone else.
Yeah. He will offer her his arm and then say, "Shall we?"
She will take it and then say, the comment about your wife, she's very beautiful, but I was just taunting you, I promise.
I understand. She is very beautiful.
We both had very beautiful lives.
Messy, but beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, that brings us to the end of Rising Ash. Machavia, an empire that began as a response to the demon wastes, to push them back. At the time, it made perfect sense. There must be one religion, one banner, one army, one morality. And so many, many people were assimilated. The demon wastes were fought back. And Machavia stood strong. They have stayed isolated for hundreds of years. It wasn't until very recently that they ever tried to expand their empire again. And now, we know part of the reason why. Yes, they knew about a coming darkness that the Exarchs had foreseen. And yes, they were trying to spread the word of a holy god. But, much like the Fallen, much like Ambrose, it was their fear of that darkness to come, and their neighbors who might fall into it, that caused them to lose their own way. Greed in disguise as mercy. Now, the fate of Machavia is uncertain. The emperor that led the empire into this war is now dead. His entire council is dead. The coadjutors will most certainly be tried before they're allowed to immediately assume the place, but there's no sitting emperor. How do we get a new emperor? There's always been somebody lined up. You always have the replacement ready before the sitting emperor gives themselves to the White Flame. What do we do about the chamber? Do we rebuild it? Do we change it? Is it a symbol of that old empire that needs to go, or is it something we should still cling to? And amongst the many peoples of Machavia, should we reclaim? Should we associate with the empire at all? Should we be allies? Should we be people who cooperate within the empire, or alongside the empire, or not at all? Should the boundaries be pushed back? All that is known for sure now is that what Machavia has been for hundreds of years is now going to begin to change. And as far as where that leaves the Empire of Machavia in our 3 campaigns, the Salamander Coast, the Explorers of Ephera, and the Isles of Averion, as far as what role this mysterious southern theocratic empire will play in the worldwide war against the darkness, that is yet to be seen. Who knows what they'll be like once they have formed again? Who knows what the history of Machavia will be 1,000 years from now? But one can only hope that as this beautiful thing gets burned, the ash leaves room for something more beautiful to rise in its place. And that is the end of Rising Ash.
Damn, y'all.
All right.
That was good.
We did it.
We did it! We did it! We did it! We did it! Hey! Banana! Yeah,
I really was like, within the first round, I was like, we're dead.
Yeah, that fight, because I think the fight with the Fallen was almost 8 rounds long. This one was 5, but it was, oh my god.
Yeah.
It was insane. Oh man, it was everybody was down within. You got to think too with D&D combat rules. That happened in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Fucking insane. The fight began and it was like pew 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 pew. Eris is down.
Yep. I was like, well, because I had messaged him. I was like, I'm gonna beef you up, and then I was like, I can't. So good luck.
Man. Oh jeez. Well. Okay. Thank you for playing. Thank you, people, for watching. I hope this was a most enjoyable filler arc, if it, as it were. I guess it will contribute to the 3 campaigns in some way, but the good news is, for those of you watching, the 3 campaigns and Joe as the DM will be back very soon. So I hope I have been suitable in the intermittum. I hope everybody had a great time, and I am going to go ahead and call it there. See you all soon for our regular campaigns and for the occasional episode of the Silent Shields. The next episode is going to be them at a festival trying to make their public appearances as their aliases while also solving a case. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Thank you once again, everybody. I had so much fun with this story. I really loved the themes and the characters and the combat encounters. It was all so cool. And I'm curious to see how Machavia shapes up once it is in Joe's hands. All right. And with that, I make the noise of departure. Pew, 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 pew.